Welcome to FinTech TV. I'm your host, Zen Sams, live from the iconic New York Stock Exchange right here in downtown Manhattan. Today we're featuring Armando Pantoja, a speaker, social media influencer, investor, and software engineer. Armando is a respected thought leader in the cryptocurrency space with over 750,000 followers across multiple social platforms. He's a financial technology expert and financial futurist with 15 years of experience in financial markets. Today, he's joined by his friend and future podcast co-host, Robert Crock. Robert is a financial educator. Silly Bands launched online in 2008. The silicone accessories became a worldwide phenomenon. Silly Bands impressively partnered with the Kardashians, Justin Bieber, Hello Kitty, Barbie, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Angry Birds for exclusively licensed bracelets. Today they join me at the New York Stock Exchange to chat Bitcoin, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and we'll also get insight on their upcoming new crypto podcast. Welcoming now to the show are my dear friends Armando Pantoja and Robert Crock. Greetings, gentlemen, and welcome to FinTech TV at New York Stock Exchange.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yes, definitely very fun. Day two for me here on the New York Stock Exchange, so quite a difference than my normal schedule, so this is going to be awesome.
Welcome. So let's dive right in. So you both have these fearless outlooks on Bitcoin's future, and I'd like to know where each of you predict its price is going to be 1 year from today. Robert, you go first.
Ooh, I'll go first. All right, we had this discussion last week. He's a little more conservative than I am, and so my take on this with the upcoming Bitcoin spot ETF approvals, the Bitcoin halving coming up April 18th of 2024, I believe by the end of next year, Bitcoin will be between 80,000 and 125,000 per coin.
Wow. Okay.
I'm putting it out there.
Putting it out there.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Put it in the books.
So there you go.
So
Armando, what do you say to this?
I'm a little bit more conservative than Robert, and because I believe that if you look at history, when a Bitcoin halving occurs, there's a 4 to 6 month delay on the hype cycle starting. So I think by the end of next year, we'll be between 50 and 85,000. But if you extend it into 2025, I think we can reach 250,000.
Okay. Well,
we have a steak dinner bet on this right here, so we're good.
Well, we have a yin and a yang over here, and this is why they're going to make great podcast hosts. Now, it's important to note that predicting the price of Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency is highly speculative, and market trends, global economic factors, financial advancements, and regulatory changes all play significant roles in determining its price. All right, Robert, now, what impact do you anticipate BlackRock's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs will have on the financial markets? This is a big one.
This is a big one. So my take on it is I think that it will affect the gold market more than it will the stock market. And I also believe that so many people that have been sitting in treasury bills and high yield savings accounts, I feel that they will free up some of that cash to get in on this gold rush with the new ETFs and Bitcoin. So I think that the stock market won't be affected as much as the T-bills, gold, and high yield savings accounts as Bitcoin grows and grows and grows, because this adoption is going to be massive and very, very quick. And so that is why I believe that's the effects on the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like that. Now, indeed, BlackRock's involvement signifies a major endorsement from the traditional financial sector. The introduction of exchange-traded funds by such a significant player will definitely increase the legitimacy and accessibility of cryptocurrencies, and the impact could include increased investment from both retail and institutional investors and potentially more stability in the crypto markets. Now let's move on. Let's chat cryptocurrencies. Okay, so Bitcoin is the largest and most popular cryptocurrency by market cap and was created by the very famous Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2009. Okay, so Bitcoin's market cap right now hovers at $458 billion. Coming in second, we have Ethereum with a market cap of $216 billion, and then we have Tether with a market cap of $66 billion. Now, could you each share your top 3 cryptocurrency picks. Provide reasons behind your choices, considering, of course, technology and market trends. Robert, you go first.
Sure, yes. Put me on the spot first every single time. I love it. So I say number one for me is Bitcoin, obviously. It's the granddaddy of them all. It's a safe haven. There is so much great news and adoption right now with all of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So Bitcoin is definitely number one. And a key factor here and a key kind of metric is only 22% of US households own Bitcoin right now. So when you think about it from that perspective, we're still very early. I bought my first Bitcoin at $7, so that was a very long time ago. So to me, Bitcoin is kind of old hat, so it's always dollar cost averaging in. But to somebody new, the big thing here is to educate.
Yeah.
To get them to understand you're not too late. Bitcoin has a finite amount of, number of Bitcoin available. And so it's just a great safe haven and long-term investment. And I tell everyone that listens to me that I believe they should be in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, maybe have 5–10% of their investable portfolio in the crypto space. So that's number one. Number two would be Ethereum for me because of its strength in building and deploying smart contracts. Again, it's an older blue chip platform and so many people are building around Ethereum. So I think Ethereum definitely is a good long-term hold in my second holding. And then number three, and it's been on a big run right now, is Chainlink. I love Chainlink. There's mass adoption, and it's the most widely used protocol to build on. And I think Chainlink could see $200–300 price points in the next 3 to 4 years. So Chainlink would be my number three. Those are mine. Go for it.
So I want to agree with Robert on the first two. Is I think that Bitcoin hasn't reached anywhere near mass adoption yet. Like he said, 22% of households own Bitcoin. And I think that Bitcoin also has a great advantage from name recognition. Right now, if we go out to the streets and we ask anybody, name one cryptocurrency, and 90–95% of people will be able to say Bitcoin, right? So when the next Bitcoin bull run happens and the ones that happen after that, I think people will flock to Bitcoin because that's the top of mind. So I think that's going to cause that price to go up. So that's my number one Bitcoin. That's my number one crypto. Two is Ethereum. And the reason why I think Ethereum has a lot of potential is because you're able to build on top of that blockchain with DAOs, NFTs, smart contracts. And every time one of those new technologies or new protocols are built, you have to use Ethereum to transfer those tokens or transfer those assets. That creates a higher demand for Ethereum, and it creates more use cases for Ethereum. So Ethereum is number two, and I think eventually, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here, I think Ethereum will eventually, in the next 5 to 10 years, be the number one crypto, past Bitcoin. I think Ethereum will be the number one crypto eventually. Okay. In 2017, Ethereum was very close to what we call flipping Bitcoin and being number one. But I still think it has the potential to do that. My last one is XRP. And the reason why is because XRP's been, we all know about the lawsuits with the SEC. But I think that the price of XRP is artificially too low for what the utility of it is and what the potential of it is. So when I see an opportunity like that, that's a great investment opportunity because once those artificial barriers are erased, which I think it will be in the next year and a half, the price can truly rise to what the true value is. And right now I think XRP's true value should be between $10 and $15. But I think with the next bull run, we could see $20, $25.
That's some deep insight coming from a software engineer's background. Well, you do what you do best for a reason, Armando. Now, Bitcoin is increasingly recognized as a legitimate asset class, that's without a doubt, often compared to digital gold. It provides a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation, and its decentralized nature offers diversification away from traditional financial assets. Now, Robert, with Bitcoin's growing acceptance, that's the underlying theme here, what are your thoughts on its role in traditional investment portfolios, and how do you see this evolving in the coming years?
Well, I mean, we're dealing with it every day right now. The news cycle is all over the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals. BlackRock, ARK Investments, Fidelity, everyone has one. And once those get approved and you get all of that institutional money in, the news cycle calms down about volatility, then I think it's going to become the norm in the next 2 to 3 years because everyone will be able to buy cryptocurrency in what they would consider a safe custodial space.
Right.
So with so many family offices and all of the big funds all bringing in cryptocurrency to the masses, I think in the next 2 to 3 years, all of these conversations will go away, because having crypto as part of your general portfolios through BlackRock or Fidelity or Schwab is going to be the norm. And so I think that's the future for us, because the adoption, crypto is too big to fail now.
Yeah.
You know, you still have those people that bought high and sold low that say, oh, Bitcoin's a scam or crypto's a scam. That's over with, and that news cycle will fade in the coming months and years because of the adoption and what it's doing and changing our world for the better. Speed, agility, cross-border payments will be better, banking will be better, real estate will be better. All of those sectors of business are going to be improved in life through the blockchain technology and the associated cryptos.
Right.
So that's where I think we're going, and it's just going to be an incredible time for us.
Yeah, without a doubt, Bitcoin's role in traditional portfolios is likely to grow. It could become a standard part of portfolio diversification strategies, particularly as more investors seek asset uncorrelated with traditional financial markets. Main challenges for Bitcoin in traditional portfolios will be managing its high volatility and ensuring regulatory compliance. Now, educational efforts and the development of more sophisticated Bitcoin-related financial products like BlackRock's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs will surely help integrate it into traditional portfolios. Okay, we are almost at the end of this, but as the crypto market evolves rapidly now, could you each highlight one lesser-known cryptocurrency? We've talked about the big ones. We've talked about the household names that we know, but can you give me one lesser-known crypto that you believe has significant growth potential and explain why you find it promising? Armando, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so one of the cryptos that I really believe has a lot of potential is IOTA. IOTA is a cryptocurrency that's quantum safe, which means that when the emergence of quantum computers comes, it won't be able to be hacked by quantum computers, which are a lot faster than traditional computers or classic computers. And I think that it also works, it's feeless. So there's no fees to transfer IOTA. And the third reason is that it works without the internet. All you have to do is be on a network, and you can transfer IOTA in case of a mass catastrophe. Like right now, there's rumors that there could be a solar flare that could take the internet out for a couple of weeks. Now, it's probably not going to happen, but that just shows that there are dangers out there that could, you know, disconnect us from the internet or anything like that. So IOTA is one of the only cryptos that can be traded, it can be transferred without access to the internet. So IOTA right now is going through development problems and other like structural issues with their blockchain or whatever. But I think eventually, if they get their act together, IOTA could be one of the biggest cryptos in the world.
Well, definitely taking notes on that one. Robert, what's your favorite lesser-known cryptocurrency?
I'm going to go lesser known.
Lesser,
So
okay.
I'm going to put my neck out there for BitRock.
Okay.
It's super fast, almost no gas fees. It's an Ethereum layer 2 project. And I just think because of all the development on Ethereum and people looking for really efficient manners to be able to do their projects on, I think BitRock is going to be a really great product in the future. Right now it's at about 17 cents, and I think it has a lot of upside potential coming soon.
Wow, 17 cents. That's a buy-in right there. Now,
Yes.
a cryptocurrency like Algorand, if you think of it, when I did my research, could be highlighted for its technological advancements in what they call scalability and security. It uses a unique consensus mechanism, what they call pure proof of stake, PPOS, that promises lower transaction fees and higher throughput, making it an attractive option for decentralized applications. So Algorand is definitely one that you may have heard of. Now, Armando, quantum, at this point right now, this is your expertise, this is what you do. We talk about quantum computing accelerating artificial intelligence capabilities, particularly in processing large databases and complex algorithms. Now, you have this background of artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, you funnel it all together, you found your perfect partner here, Robert Crock, the co-host. What I hear is an upcoming podcast between the two of you. Robert, tell us about this upcoming podcast with Armando. What will you be talking about?
Yeah, so we're super excited about the podcast, and it's really a match made in heaven because we both have long histories in cryptocurrency and a lot of back knowledge of what's going on. We're not new to crypto. Neither of us started at the height of the bull run, and so we've seen all the ups and downs. And so right now, my podcast, Rich Habits Podcast, is one of the top business and finance podcasts in the United States. But what we don't cover a lot in the Rich Habits Podcast is cryptocurrency. So with everything that's developing right now between the blockchain, crypto, Web3, NFTs, AI, that is such an important sector, and it's a very big sector. We felt that it deserved a podcast specifically for those topics, and due to our backgrounds, we just thought it was a perfect time for us to do this. In this kind of interim phase where we're coming out of the crypto winter, we're getting back into a bull market, and it's just really perfect timing because people need to be educated and help them with the fear factor, that constant worry about crypto being such a scam or too much volatility.
Right. Now, Armando, given your background in artificial intelligence, could you share your insights on how AI is poised to influence the blockchain industry in the years ahead?
Now, most people have been introduced commercially to AI in the last year through ChatGPT, but AI extends a lot wider than that. It will affect finance, it will affect legal matters, it will affect our everyday life in 5 to 10 years. Even today it's affecting us. So one of the biggest opportunities I see in cryptocurrency is with the decentralized autonomous organizations, the DAOs. Now, traditionally in the past, DAOs have been out since the Ethereum blockchain was released in 2015. But DAOs are kind of like clunky now. It's very difficult for the average person to understand it. It's almost like a solution with no problem, right? But I believe that AI has the potential to become the problem solver and the solution for the DAOs, right? So right now, a traditional DAO, you have members who own tokens who vote on different protocols, different decisions that the DAO makes. Now, when we have a computerized system like that, why would we have humans making those decisions? You can plug in AI to DAOs, which is almost a perfect combination, and create completely autonomous organizations, both on the way they operate and the way they function in the real world. For example, you could have a call center, right? You could have AI agents making those calls in the entire organization, and I can buy tokens into that organization, and as that organization makes profit, it's distributed through the token holders. So it gives an opportunity for people to actually profit and grow from artificial intelligence in the real world. And it gives the opportunity to extend artificial intelligence by giving them the resources through the smart contracts that it needs to, in order to function.
It's one thing when you talk about artificial intelligence making older jobs obsolete, but it's a whole different thing to talk about how artificial intelligence is making the newer jobs in the emerging disruptive industries like cryptocurrency and blockchain now potentially obsolete. So we're definitely headed somewhere, and people have to tread very carefully in figuring out what industries they're going to work in and invest in, because it could be a double-edged sword. Now, AI will definitely revolutionize blockchain technology, improve security, enhancing efficiency in transaction processing, and develop more sophisticated smart contracts. Artificial intelligence algorithms can also be used to analyze patterns in blockchain transaction data, which can be beneficial in various applications like fraud detection and market trend analysis. Okay, now let's move on. Now, Armando, you tie the two very nicely together because, like I started saying earlier, quantum computing is in fact going to accelerate artificial intelligence capabilities, particularly in processing these large data sets and complex algorithms. However, it also necessitates stronger security protocols on blockchain networks, especially when AI is involved in managing or interacting with digital assets. So my question to you, Armando, is quantum computers are getting more powerful and could affect how cryptos and blockchain are secured. Now, how do you think this is going to impact the safety of our digital assets and the future of technologies like AI in blockchain?
So right now, most of the top cryptos are secured with cryptology, right? So cryptology is a way of encrypting data so that it takes a long time for a classic computer to break that. Any computer can break any algorithm or any encryption. A computer can break encryption, but the problem is that it takes so much time that the data that it's trying to see will already be outdated. To crack a Bitcoin wallet, it would take 50 to 100 years. So by the time you crack the wallet, the coins are gone.
Yeah.
Or, so it's not even worth it to do it. But with the emergence of quantum computing, that you can do that in a fraction of a second, because quantum computers are so many times faster than classic computers that the speed is not even an issue anymore. So the only way to protect against that is create quantum safe cryptocurrencies, which a lot of like Bitcoin and Ethereum can be updated to be quantum safe, but there's already currencies out there that are quantum safe today, like IOTA, which I mentioned earlier.
Right.
So it's going to cause a lot of changes in the way we see encryption. That goes farther than just cryptocurrency. Banks are encrypted the same way, password, everything that we do today is encrypted by time. So once that time factor is gone, when quantum computers are able to do everything in a fraction of a second, we're going to have to change the way we see encryption across multiple industries.
Right.
So it's not only going to affect crypto, it's going to affect every financial industry or transaction that we do today.
Well, I got my dose of education here on blockchain cryptocurrency in the last 15 minutes. I thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. I can't wait to hear this podcast. It's going to be brilliant because you have now merged all the disruptive emerging industries together, and there's two experts handling this. And you guys came here today and made a big splash. I can't imagine what you're going to do week after week with this podcast. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming here. You definitely want to check out Armando Pantoja, who goes by the handle Tall Guy Tycoon all over social media. You can definitely check him out. You can go directly to his website, whoistallguytycoon.com, and definitely check out Robert Crock, financial educator and founder of Silly Bands. You can definitely check him out directly on his website at robertcrock.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to FinTech TV right here at the iconic New York Stock Exchange. I'm your host, Zen Sams. We'll see you next time.